So in today's video, I'm going to be previewing Colchester United versus Bradford City, and then in the second part of today's video, I'm going to bring you guys my Game Week 27 League 2 score predictions. If you do go on to enjoy, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you're trying to 80 likes on today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed. If you haven't already, with that post notification bell on, it's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Get your thoughts in as well down in the comment section down below. Let me know down below your score prediction for this match. What would your starting 11 be as well? Obviously, our last league game against Crawley didn't exactly go to plan. Tuesday night though, we had a brilliant EFL Trophy victory away at League 1 at Derby County, so I expect some changes. Will we go 3-1-4-2? Will we go with a 3-4-3 formation? I'm really excited for this match, and fingers crossed we can get back to winning ways in the league. Obviously, we recently had the goalkeeper transfer news with Harry Lewis moving on to Carlisle United and Sam Walker joining the football club, so make sure to go check out them two videos on my thoughts on Bradford City's January transfer business so far. Harvey Rowe has also joined at Farsley Celtic on a 1-month youth loan as well, so make sure to drop a like on there for me, subscribe if you are new as well, and let's get into it. Channel memberships are now cheaper than ever, with tier 1 costing just 99p, tier 2 has been reduced from £3.99 a month down to £1.99 a month, and tier 3 has been reduced from £8.99 a month down to just £4.99 a month. Your support as always is massively appreciated, and the more members that we have, the better the content will be. Enjoy the rest of the video. Starting out then with the current Sky Bet League 2 table, my team Bradford City, we currently sit 14th in the table. After 26 matches, we've got 9 wins, 7 draws and 10 defeats, scoring 33 goals and conceding at 35, which leaves us on a -2 goal difference and 34 points. Our last couple of matches then have been a loss, a draw and a win. Them last couple of matches then been a 1-0 win away at Derby County, a 4-2 defeat at home to Crawley Town, a 1-0 defeat away at Crewe Alexandra, a 0-0 draw at home to Stockport County, a 2-2 draw at home to Morecambe FC, and a 3-1 win away at Doncaster Rovers. If we compare that then to Colchester United, they currently sit 22nd in the Sky Bet League 2 table. After 27 matches, they've accumulated 7 wins, 3 draws and 17 defeats, the most in the entire division, scoring 37 goals but conceding 54, which is also the most in the entire division. That leaves them on a -17 goal difference and 24 points. They're currently 6 points above the drop zone, but have played 2 games more than Forest Green and Sutton, who are currently down with 18 points. So they're on a real bad run of form at this moment in time, with their last 5 matches being a draw, a loss and a win. Them last couple of matches then being a 2-2 draw away at Swindon Town. I'm pretty sure they got a last minute equaliser in that game. They also had a 1-0 defeat at home to Gillingham, a 5-3 loss away at AFC Wimbledon, getting a red card in that game. So if that was a 3-match ban, this one will actually be the final of that suspension. I don't know too much about that red card though. They also had a 1-0 defeat away at MK Dons and a 2-1 win at home to Salford City. Obviously, Danny Cowley and Nicky Cowley recently announced as their new first team management duo. I'm not really too sure how it works, to be honest with you, but they were heavily rumoured to be coming to Bradford City. In the end, they decided to go to Colchester United, which is very interesting. But now we're going to get into the team that I would go with if I was Graham Alexander. Now, like I mentioned at the start of today's video, there is going to be a lot of debate. Should we stick with the 3-1-4-2 that we've been playing in the league, or should we stick with the 3-4-3 which we played on Tuesday night and look very good in that formation? So me personally, I would go with the 3-4-3. In goal, I've gone with Sam Walker. He probably will make his Bradford City debut this weekend. Colin Doyle for me on Tuesday night was quite poor, and obviously Harry Lewis has moved on from the football club, so it's either Sam Walker or Colin Doyle. Doyle injured himself basically and couldn't take goal kicks for the last 20 minutes of that game. Sam Walker is claim the number 1 shirt, so he will obviously be our new starting goalkeeper going forward, and he is obviously returning to his former side, where I think he actually did quite well at Colchester, so I'm excited to see how he does get on in this match. Into the back 3 then, I think at this moment in time, these 3 positions are probably where the most competition for places is, in my opinion. At right centre-back, I've gone with Jonathan Tompkinson. I think his last 2 league performances have been quite poor. Obviously gave away the penalty against Crewe, and then I thought his passing against Crawley was really poor. But on Tuesday night against Derby, I thought he was back to his best. I thought he was absolutely excellent, and for me personally, he brings something to the table that the other 4 centre-halves don't have, with the pace, the quality on the ball. So for me personally, I'd go Jonathan Tompkinson at right centre-back. In the middle, I've gone with Sam Stubbs. Now obviously, Sam Stubbs hasn't really really played too much under Graham Alexander. Just the 2 or 3 appearances, I do believe, and then the other games he's really failed to make an appearance, even on the bench. But for me personally, I thought he was absolutely excellent on Tuesday night, playing as a left centre-back where he doesn't really have the pace. I thought he did really well in that role, and for me personally, Matty Platt was really poor in the last game against Crawley. While he has been pretty solid for us so far this season, you have to be playing well consistently. Ash Taylor as well, I thought had a pretty solid game on Tuesday night, but I've just edged it with Sam Stubbs. Obviously, he scored a brilliant header as well from that corner, and me personally, I go Sam Stubbs in the middle. And at left centre-back, I've gone with Kieran Kelly. Out of all the centre-halves, he is the only natural left-footed one, and for me personally, I think he's really kicked on under Graham Alexander. I think his performances recently have been very, very good. So me personally, I would keep him in this side. Obviously, he was suspended on Tuesday night, so could not play. I think he picked up 2 bookings in the AFL Trophy, so he'll obviously be back for the next round, which is very good news for us. But Kelly, for me, has been really good under Alexander, so I'd keep him in the side. Into my 4 midfielders then, as the right wing-back, right mid-row, whatever you want to call it, I've gone with Brad Halliday. Obviously, he was also suspended on that Tuesday night, but he will obviously now be back available for selection in the league. His last league match against Crawley, he was really, really poor. It's probably his worst performance he's ever put in a Bradford City shirt. But for me personally, we all know how good Halliday has been so far this season. Gilead played in that role on Tuesday for about 85 minutes, something like that. Jonathan Tompkinson then went in at right wing back, and I thought them two both did a pretty decent job. But if Halliday's fit and available, Halliday has to play, so he is in at right wing back in my opinion. Into my 2 central midfielders then, at first I've gone with Richie Smallwood. I thought his performance on Tuesday, he got the job done basically. I thought in the last match in the league anyway against Crawley, I didn't think he was too bad. He was probably our man of the match. Yes, his set pieces at times aren't the greatest, but we need him in this team. He's the captain. I think he knows when to make a foul. He's someone who's not scared to put a challenge in whatsoever. He never backs out of a 50-50, and for me personally, if Smallwood is fit, he has to play. Under Graham Alexander and Kevin McDonald, he has been much better since Mark Hughes has left the football club, so for me personally, he absolutely has to stay in this side. And partnering him, I've gone with Kevin McDonald. I think he showed on Tuesday night why he should be in this starting 11 for me. I thought his quality on the ball was very good, the way that he always wants to try and play forward, whether it's left foot or right foot. His passing is absolutely excellent. He might not necessarily have the legs and energy as someone like an Alex Gilead, but his quality on the ball is clearly there to be seen. So McDonald, for me, I think should get his first league start under Graham Alexander, and I've gone with Smallwood and McDonald as my 2 central midfielders. Gilead is in this team though. He is in at left wing back in my opinion. Now, I know Liam Rideout massively splits the fan base. I think more people would say he's not good enough for them, but there is certainly some people who would say that he's good enough to play. Me personally, it's nothing personal with Liam Rideout. He's just not for me. He's not my cup of tea personally. So I've gone Gilead at left wing back. I think it's very harsh to drop him from this side because we know he can play in a number of roles and he does a very solid job in them. I know it's not his natural position, but with Lewis Richards injured, I think Gilead for me is the next best option in there. I know it's not his natural position, and you maybe argue it's Liam Ridehouse, but he gets caught out of position far too much in my opinion. He's too slow, not quick enough to play as a wing back. He's not really got much agility. His crosses into the box are usually quite poor as well. I thought on Tuesday night, especially in that first half, he had a number of goal scoring opportunities, whether it was to take a shot or to put a cross in, and a number of times I just felt like if we had someone with a little bit more quality there, we could have scored a couple goals in that first half. So me personally, I've gone with Alex Gilead at left wing back. Into my front 3 then, as the right winger, I've gone with Harry Chapman. Now, Graham Alexander likes to play natural wingers on their natural side, like right-footed players on the right side and left-footed players on the left side. So I've gone with Harry Chapman as that right winger. I thought he was quite good on Tuesday night, in my opinion. I know that they both can swap. Obviously, we'll get onto the left winger in a moment, but Chapman, for me, I thought had a really good impact on the game. I'm lucky maybe not to get a goal or two as well. I think that end product will start to come as he does get more and more game time. But you look at his performance on Tuesday and you think, how has Harry Chapman not been playing football recently? Me personally, I think if he's fit and available, he's at least got to be in a squad. He's a much better option than Osidibe and Clark Adore, and for me personally, Chapman has to start on the right wing. As the striker, I've gone with Andy Cook. Viden Oliver, for me, did not impress at all on Tuesday night, barely won anything in the air. Andy Cook has a much better goal presence, and I feel like if we can move Oliver on in this transfer window and go and get someone like a Harry Smith from Sutton United, I think that would be a brilliant piece of business by Bradford City. Cook, for me, is clearly the best striker at the football club, and Tyler Smith just doesn't really offer enough. He's really lacks that physical presence. Jake Young still injured, and Matt Derbyshire is Matt Derbyshire. And as my left winger then completing my team, I've gone with Bobby Poynton. For me personally, one of the first names on the team team sheet if he's fit. The fact that he was struggling to make the bench under Graham Alexander was really, really stupid in my opinion. Whenever he plays, not only does he get the fans on side, which I think is very important for a team like Bradford City, I feel like he brings a lot of quality. He's obviously one of our own, and Pointer for me is a very, very good player. Unlucky maybe not to get a goal or an assist as well on Tuesday night. I thought his impact and quality there was really, really good to see, and for me personally, I go with the front three of Chapman, Poynton and Cook. On the bench then, that would leave Colin Doyle, Ash Taylor, Matty Platt, Adam Wilson, Rehan Tulloch, Tyler Smith and Verden Oliver. The players currently unavailable are Daniel Yagoke, Lewis Richards, Alex Patterson, who's going to be out for 10 to 12 weeks with another hamstring injury. His third hamstring injury so far this season. It's so disappointing, but it's probably his season over. Jamie Walker, who should be back out on the grass next week as well, which is very good. And also Jake Young, who Graham Alexander has said won't be basically available for selection until Jake Young himself declares himself fit. So either Young is faking some sort of an injury to maybe try and get a move, or he is actually injured and he just doesn't want to go through the pain barrier. I'm not really too sure, but this whole situation, I just want it to be put to bed, to be honest with you. If we get the money in for him, that's fine by me. If he's going to play, that's fine by me, but we just need to have some honest transparency from the football club, because there's no way this little niggle that he's been able to play through, we should be taking this long for him to get back fit and available, in my opinion. Which means the players who will miss out then would be Emmanuel Sidibe, Clark Adore and Matt Derbyshire. Now then, we're going to get into my game week 27 League 2 score predictions. Starting out then with Accrington Stanley versus Gillingham FC, I'm going to go with a 2-1 home win for Accrington. Colchester United versus Bradford City, I cannot remember the last time we actually won there, so I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. Crawley Town versus Salford City, I think finishes in a 3-0 home win for Crawley. Crewe Alexandra versus Swindon Town, I think finishes in a 2-0 home win for the Railwaymen. Doncaster Rovers versus Newport County, I think finishes in a 2-1 home win for Donny. Forest Green Rovers versus Harrogate Town, I think finishes in a 2-1 away win. Grimsby Town versus Notts County, I actually think finishes in a 2-1 home win for the Mariners. Morecambe FC versus Mansfield Town, I think finishes 3-1 to the Stags. Stockport County versus Walsall FC, I think it's just going to be one of them games for Stockport, and the Saddlers will come away with a 1-0 win. Sutton United versus Barrow AFC, I'm going with a 2-1 away win for the Bluebirds. Tranmere Rovers versus MK Dons, I think finishes in a 2-2 draw. And finally, Wrexham AFC versus AFC Wimbledon, I think finishes in a 2-1 home win for the Red Dragons. Red Dragons, is that the right saying? I'm not really too sure, but I'm going to leave it there then for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 80 likes, as I said at the start of today's video, that would be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We are on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already, with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Get your thoughts in as well down in the comment section down below. Let me know down below your score prediction for this match. What would your starting 11 be as well? Would you make any changes from Tuesday night's 1-0 away win against Derby County in the AFL Trophy round of 16? I believe we have drawn at home to either Doncaster Rovers or Wigan Athletic. I'm pretty sure they play on Tuesday coming up, so I'll have to keep an eye out on that. Thank you all very much for watching though. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you very soon for another one. Peace.